The Pirate's Purchase is a blue water dive with a bottom of 96 feet, massive full-keeled steel hulled sailboat. The back deck is a penetratable section of the wreck. It is a very, very large aft cabin, just a big love palace with 3 big windows in the stern. And we do penetrate the wreck, can go down in there. It's a very large room, about, I would say, 23, 24 feet wide by about 20 feet deep. And there's also a bathroom area in there. There's some personal belongings that are scattered out throughout the wreck, very old. And one of the main things that I like to make clear to everybody going on this wreck is this is a real wreck. There's lots of shackles, there's tools, everything's coral encrusted, and we don't want anybody taking anything off of it. That's one of the main reasons why we don't take people to this site, and that we're the only people that know where it is in the BVI. Once I find out somebody's a local, I don't take them to the wreck, period. Well, about an hour and 15 minutes ago, I was blowing bubbles on the north side of Little Jost van Dyke. And the life of a dive business owner might not be what you expect. Here I am back on the boat for the second time. We're on board Jenny. This is one of the original, actually I've been told the original dive boat on the island of St. John about 30 some odd years ago. And we have taken a massive refit project on board this boat to make it a dive boat, give it a second life. It was a boat that almost cost me my marriage. I sold a boat and I'd had my eye on this boat. A fisherman owned it that was going blind in St. John. And I had my eye on this boat for many years saying, man, I want to make that into a dive boat again. I want to make it into a dive boat. And it's a good example of where good sense and too much emotion got in a conflict together. Because when I went and sold this one boat in St. John, my wife said, if you come back with that boat, it is the Jenny, that's what this boat's called right now. She said, I'll divorce you. And I had full intention of doing so. And I went down and I sold that boat, and I went over and I found the fisherman, and I made a deal with them for a couple $1,000s, and I towed the boat back to Jost van Dyke. And when my wife saw it, I had to tell her I was going to name it the Lady Andrea. That's her name, Andrea. So she doesn't like that. But anyway, of course, once again, my wife was right. What I thought was going to be a $2,000 or $3,000 project is now somewhat up to $40,000. And in addition to that, instead of diving and doing lots of other fun and creative stuff for the business, I've probably got about 200 hours in refitting this boat. We've had to do a whole new stern transom back here. The transom was all rotten, and we did an epoxy system and rebuilt the whole stern area up, put in knees, support knees. We've done a whole new floor. As a matter of fact, you can just see where I'm just getting ready to sand this out here in the next day or two. We put a whole new floor in with plywood and about 15 gallons of epoxy and resin. One of the dirtiest jobs you'd never want to catch on film. It was unbelievable. And right now what I'm doing is trying to get the boat ready to be sprayed. It's supposed to be sprayed with gel coat tomorrow. So we're going to continue ferrying the boat out, and it's about 4 o'clock right now. And we're going to get this boat sanded, and this is the dirty part of the dive business. Everybody likes to be out on the dive boat and and say what an envious life you have, but they have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. This boat's going to be the key to Tobago. The boat we're going to be taking people back out to Tobago in, and being able to handle small groups instead of having to take out one of the bigger boats. So we're looking forward to being able to put on anywhere from 4 to 6 divers on a boat like this, and go all over the BVI. So it's one of the dirty parts of the job. Well, that's a day in the life of a Caribbean scuba dive business owner. Got up this morning, filling tanks, checking emails. 7 o'clock, I was over here working on the boat, a couple hours. Did some awesome dives, dove with some bait balls, Cubera snappers, lots of big tarpon. Inhaled enough fiberglass to equal about 2 cartons of cigarettes, and now I call it a night. Now it's time to go back over to Jost van Dyke. I got a 30-minute ride going over, and it's dinner time, and that's a good thing, because all I ate today was 3 oranges. All right, let's put it all up and close it. Back at the base, gonna do the usual routine, turn down the radio, check some emails. The BVI is the yachting capital of the world, so we always got to monitor the radios. Make sure anybody wants a call to set up a dive or do some help, and sit down and see what kind of reservations we have for tomorrow. And looking forward to a big dinner with Grandma, the kids, and the people from Dive Zero. Yeah, what do you say? So I think we got a little pasta bolognese.
Okay.
That my mother-in-law so nicely made for us. And I hope you guys have had a great day following the life of a Caribbean dive shop owner. I know there's a lot of little facets, people don't see it. Probably a lot of ego involved too, but you know, one of the things about being in this kind of a business is you got to be ready to do everything it takes. So we hope you guys have enjoyed issue 3. We know it's going to be the best ever. British Virgin Islands. We're in Jost van Dyke, Jost van Dyke Scuba.